main event, in my corner, your wise man, my best friend, Paul Heyman.
We are back with a brand new edition of Weekly Roundup. Let's talk about Friday Night Smackdown, and let's get right on into it, folks. We kicked off the show with a very grateful CM Punk in his hometown of Chicago, and he says that he's earned his Mania main event. And then Paul Heyman comes out and wants to know what the favor is. Doesn't everybody want to know? But Punk tells that he wants to tell him and Roman together, and then he just walks out. And then next up, we have a great showing between Rey Fenix and his SmackDown debut and Nathan Frazier. And his debut goes very successful, and he was able to pull out the win over Nathan Frazier. But next up, we have LA Knight going up against Tama Tonga, and he gets a win over him even with the shenanigans of the fake tribal chief, Solo Sikoa. But next up, we have Tiffany Stratton coming face to face with Charlotte Flair, and she tells her that no matter what record she breaks, she'll always be second to her daddy Ric Flair. And then when Charlotte tries to make a rebuttal, she gets booed out of the building. And Tiffany even hits her with a probably off the script line that says that Charlotte come Mania will be just like she is outside the ring, alone. This segment was something else, alright. I think it went way off script, way off plan, way off course. But let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts about this Charlotte and Tiffany promo? I think some real jabs were taken, and yeah, I don't know how we're going to recover from this one, folks. But I'm sure their Mania match is going to be great. But next up, we have Motor City Machine Guns getting a great win over DIY, and now they are the new #1 contenders to the WWE Tag Team Championships. But next up, we have, as Naomi is making her entrance, Jade Cargill comes from behind and attacks her. And then she goes on to fight in a match with B-Fab, a great showing between these two women, where Naomi was able to still pull out the victory. But then afterward, Jade strikes once again, and security has to separate the two. And then right afterward, Nick Aldis comes out and makes the match official for WrestleMania. But next up, we have Kevin Owens coming out, and he's addressing an injury. He's going to need neck surgery, and him and Randy Orton's WrestleMania match is now off. We send the best prayers and well wishes to Kevin Owens as he recovers from this neck injury. But Randy Orton then comes out, and he's rightfully upset that his match is off. And then, out of frustration, he RKO's Nick Aldis, I think for like the second or third time. And now Mania's out, WrestleMania is without Viper, Randy Orton, and of course Kevin Owens. And I don't know where Randy's going to go from here. So let me know in the comments, who do you think Randy's WrestleMania opponent should be? But next up, after an amazing and hard-hitting last man standing match between Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman, the Samoan Werewolf is able to pick up the win and will now face LA Knight for the United States Championship at WrestleMania. Jacob Fatu coming in, taking WWE by storm, and now has a championship match on the grandest stage of them all in all of professional wrestling and all of sports entertainment, WrestleMania. But next up, in the main event segment, we finally figure out what the favor is. We have Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk coming face to face, and Punk reveals that Heyman will be in his corner at WrestleMania. And then Roman's not too happy about this. He tries to laugh it off, and he tells Paul to tell him no. But Paul's like, he cannot do that. He can't do it. He made a promise. He made an agreement with Punk. Since Punk entered into as the 5th member of the Wars Games team for Team Bloodline, he returned the favor, and he can't get out of it. He said that he's going to do what he says. He's going to be a man of his word. And let's just say, as Roman's crashing out, Punk is able to hit the Tribal Chief with a GTS as the show goes off the air. And let's just mention, Seth Rollins is over here just having the time of his life. He didn't fight. He didn't do anything. He just sat there and laughed. He is like, this dude just was just a kid in a candy store. He was just laughing and having the time of his life while Roman's over here crashing out, and while CM Punk is looking devious as ever, and Paul Heyman is just split between these two guys, what a WrestleMania main event we're gonna get. But with that being said, folks, please make sure to like, please make sure to subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. I sure know I did. Let me know your comments about tonight's show. And with that being said, always remember that Jesus loves and so do I. Check out Minstrel Minute, check out Rising Up and Fight for Supremacy. And until next week, folks, take care and God bless.